Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Om Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha Vasudev Vasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So we are in the 40th day of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the last day of chapter 7, Jnana Vignana Yoga. And Bhagavan says in yesterday's talk we saw verse 25, Na aham prakashaha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha. I am covered by yogamaya of sattva-guna, rajoguna and tamoguna. So I am not visible everywhere. People cannot see me. Mudhaha ayam na abhijanati. Not everybody. Only the one whose mind is deluded by the name, form, and qualities. Mudaha ayam na abhijanati lokaha mam ajam avyayam. I am unborn and I am inexpendable. And people do not know me because I am covered with my yoga maya and I am not manifest everywhere. So what is the Yaya yogamaya samavritam mam lokaha na abhijanati na aso yogamaya madiya sati mama ishwarasya maya vinaha jnanam pratibadnati yatha anyasya api maya vinaha maya jnanam tadvat yataha evam ataha. So yesterday we saw that for the one who is doing the magic, he is not affected by the magic that he is doing because he knows that there is no magic. But for the person who is watching the magic, he is affected by that magic and he is thinking that something very magical is happening. So the verse 26, Yata evam, therefore, Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani. I know what has gone in the past, what is happening now, and what will happen in the future. Mam tu veda, I know, but na kashana, others do not know this. Aham tu veda jnane samatitani atikrantani bhutani vartamanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani vedaham mam tu veda na kaschana mad bhaktam tat sharanam ekam muktva mat tattva vedana bhavat eva na mam bhajate. So my devotee, so there is nothing else to be done for us. I know what is the past, I know what is the present, I know what is the future. Other than my devotees, because the devotee is me myself, Jnani tu Atmaiva me matam. Other than that Jnani who is equal to me, nobody else will know the past, present, and future because they do not know who I am. So, if I want to know the past, if I want to know the present, and if I want to know the future, I must know who is that Ishvara, who is that Bhagavan. Kena punaha tattva tva vedana pratibandhena pratibadhnani santi jayamanani sarvabhutani tvam na vidanti iti apekshayam idam aha. So what is the obstacle in knowing your tattva? All the beings who have taken this life, why are they all covered by ajnana and they are not able to know you? So when we ask that question, Bhagavan is replying, Ichcha dvesha samuthena dvandva mokhena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. O Bharata, the one who is born in the Kula of Bharata Vamsha, Ichcha Dvesha Samuthena, one whose mind is filled with desires and hatred, Dvandva Mohena Bharata, one who is deluded by the dualities of likes and dislikes. I have and I don't have, I see and I don't see, morning and night, joy and sorrow. These are the dualities which we are caught in. Sarva Bhutani Sammoham Sarge Yanti. All the beings of this universe are all caught in this delusion of the duality. O Parantapa, O Arjuna, who scorches enemies. Meaning, if Arjuna can scorch enemies, he is just indicating that Arjuna can cross over this kind of a limitation. Ichcha dvesha samuthena, ichcha cha dveshaha cha, ichcha dveshau tabhyam samuttisthati iti ichcha dvesha samuttaha tena ichcha dvesha samuthena. Bhagavan Adisankaracharya says, yeah, coupled with ichcha and dvesha, this hatred and joy, kena iti vishesha apekshayam idam aha. Who are those people? Dvandva mohena, dvandva nimittau mohaha, dvandva mohaha, tau eva ichha dveshau, shitoshnavad, paraspara viruddhau, sukha dukkha tad hetu vishayaha, yatha kalam sarvabhutaihi sambadhyamanau dvandva shabdena abhidhiyate. All beings are connected with this. They are all deluded by this duality. Abhidhiyate. Tatra yada ichha dveshau sukha dukkha tad hetu sampraptya labdhatmakau bhavataha tadatau sarvabhutanam prajnayaha स्ववशापादनद्वारेण परमार्थ आत्मतत्व विषय ज्ञान उत्पत्ति प्रतिबंध कारणम मोहः जनयतः. Because they are caught in duality, they are not able to know that supreme self because their mind is the mind is deluded, the mind is made opaque by, like when we are driving on the road and there's a little bit of rain falling on the windshield of the car, there are blobs of water. If we see through the blob of water, we cannot see the road clearly. If we see through the space where there is no water, we can see the road clearly. So when there is a lot of duality that is hiding our vision, we will not be able to see Paramatma clearly. Bandha karanam moham janayataha. So that is called moha. Moha means delusion or seeing as the body, seeing as the mind, seeing as the intellect, seeing as the likes and dislikes, not having a clear perception without likes and dislike. नहि इच्छाद्वेष दोष वशीकृत चित्तस्य यथा भूतार्थ विषय ज्ञानम उत्पद्यते बहिः अपि किमु वक्तव्यं ताभ्याम आविष्ट बुद्धेः सम्मूढस्य प्रत्यगात्मनि बहु प्रतिबंधे ज्ञानम न उत्पद्यते इति. When इच्छाद्वेष दोष वशीकृत चित्तस्य यथाभूत अर्थ विषय ज्ञानम उत्पद्यते बहिः न अपि. Even when, just because of being deluded by likes and dislikes, even the knowledge of the world is not clear, then what to say of that supreme self which is there hidden within? How will it be visible? Because even for an ordinary mind who does not have likes and dislikes, lot of effort, lot of sadhana, lot of understanding, lot of grace, lot of humility is required to understand the true self. And on top of that, when you have ichcha and dvesha, when you have likes and dislikes, even looking outside is not going to be clear, then where is the question of looking within? Ataha tena ichcha dvesha samuttena dvandvamohe bharata भरतान्वयज सर्वभूता भरत अन्वयज सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहितानि सन्ति सम्मोहं सम्मूढतां सर्गे जन्मनि उत्पत्ति काले इति एतद्यान्ति गच्छन्ति. हे परन्तप. So these people who are all having this delusion are born with this delusion. That is why it takes courage to snap out of it. It takes courage to go to a guru. It takes courage to learn the scriptures. It takes courage to do the sadhana. There is so much of process that is involved in getting out of this. It is a manufacturing issue. When we are born with likes and dislikes. We are born with the outward gaze. We are looking outward into the world. We do not know what is within. मोहवशानि एव सर्वभूतानि जायमानानि जायन्ते इति अभिप्रायः. All beings are born in this world out of moha, out of delusion. यत एवं अतः तेन द्वन्द्वमोहेन प्रतिबद्ध प्रज्ञानानि सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहितानि माम् आत्मभूतं न जानन्ति अत एव आत्मभावेन मां न भजन्ते. Since people do not know me, first of all, to worship something, you should know that thing. People are caught in dualities. They are looking out into the world. They do not, their mind is not free of dualities. So they do not know me. Because they do not know me as their own self, they do not worship me as their own self. Ke punaha anena dvandvamohena nirmuktaha santaha tvam viditva yatha shastram atmabhavena bhajante iti apekshitam artham darshayitum uchyate. So, who are the people who are free from these dualities? How do they worship? Viditva yatha shastram atmabhavena bhajante iti apekshitam artham darshayitum uchyate. So, Bhagavan shows that these people who are free from those dualities, how they worship the self. Esham tvantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandvamoha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrata. Esham tu antagatam papam. For those people whose sins have ended, jananam punya karmanam. Those people whose sins have ended means, how do sins end? By doing good actions, the mind becomes pure and their sins have ended. They dvandva moha nirmukta. They are free from the delusion of duality. Delusion of duality means there is no separateness in their vision. Everything is the self. Everything is seen as one only, which means it is not that they are not seeing differences in form of their own self and the others. They are only experiencing that oneness of feeling where what is good for me is good for others. What is good for others is equally good for me. And with that feeling, with that belief and understanding, they operate in this world. Esham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmana. Their sins or their restlessness of mind, the desires in the mind have come to an end. The mind has collapsed into the self. The thought forms, the wavering thought forms have given up their resistance and they've just fallen back into quietude. Dvandva mohena nirmuktaha. They are free from the delusion of duality. Dridhavrataha. These people have taken up very auspicious and very firm vows that I will do this. I want to attain this. I want to gain clarity in this world. I want to reduce the sins that I have through karma yoga, through bhakti yoga, through jnana yoga. They strive towards that. And I want to know the truth. I want to know who that Ishvara is, who that Bhagavan is. Dridhavrata, Mam Bhajante. They worship me. Esham tu punaha antagatam samapta prayam kshinam papam jananam punyakarmanam punyam karma esham sattva shuddhi karanam vidyate te punyakarmanaha tesham punyakarmanam te dvandvamoha nirmukta yatoktena dvandvamokena nirmukta bhajante mam paramatmanam dridhavrataha evam eva paramartha tattvam na anyatha iti evam nishchita vignana dridhavrata uchyante. So the same thing has been explained by Bhagwan. Those people with punya karma who have ended all their sins by good actions and were free from dvandva, dualities, and are also having a dridhavrata, are having a firm resolve, they worship me. Mam bhajante. Te kimartam bhajante iti uchyate. Why do they worship me? Why should we do something? Why should we worship Bhagavan? Jara marana mokshaya mamashritya yatanti ye te brahma tadvidu kritsnam adhyatmam karma chakhilam. Why? What is the purpose of their worshipping me? Jara, old age, marana, death, mokshaya, freedom from old age and death. Meaning, I want to be eternally present and alive and reveling in joy and bliss. I don't want to die. I don't want to face the problems of old age. So I want to get freedom from old age and moksha. And death. Mam ashritya. So such people, they come to me, they worship me. Mam ashritya yatanti ye. Those people who strive to conquer old age and death by worshipping me, te brahma tad viduhu kritsnam. Those people know what is that Brahman completely. When they, for the sake of transcending old age and transcending death, those who surrender to me, those who worship me, they know that Brahman. What is the effect of worshipping Bhagavan? Worshipping Vairagyat Prakriti Layaha. What is when we worship Bhagavan, Bhagavan gives us Vairagya. He blesses us with Vairagya. He blesses us with detachment. We get detached from everything else in the world when we worship Bhagavan. That is the effect. And also Samadhi Bhava. We get what is called the absorption of mind in the self. Te Brahma Tadviduhu Kritsnam. Completely they know the Brahman. The mind is not only absorbed. Absorption of mind means the mind is absorbed, I don't know what the truth is. But here the mind is absorbed but the person is aware and he realizes the truth of the Brahman. Adhyatmam karma cha akhilam. They are free from all actions. One minute. Krishnam te ye adhyatmam karma cha akhilam jaramarana mokshaya yatanti ye te akhilam karma cha. All they give up, sorry, they realize all actions and they realize Brahman. They realize the supreme cause behind all the actions in this world. All actions are happening because of the Brahman. When you realize the Brahman, you realize the cause of all actions. Jara marana mokshaya moksha artham. Jara marana moksha artham. Freedom from old age and death. Mam parameshwaram ashritya mat samahita chittaha santaha yatanti prayatante yete yat brahma param tad viduhu kritsnam samastam adhyatmam pratyagatma vishayam vastu tad viduhu karma cha akhilam samastam viduhu. They know the karma, the action of this whole universe, and they know that Brahman also, which is residing within their own self. The 30th verse, I think this is the last verse. Sadhi bhutadhi daivam mam sadhi yajnam cha ye viduhu prayana kale picha mam te viduryukta chetasah sa adhibhuta adhidaivam mam sa adhiyajnam cha ye viduhu. This is a continuation of the next chapter, which we'll see in the month of June, towards the last week of June. Adhibhutam adhidaivam adhiyajnam prayana kale picha mam te viduhu yukta chetasah. They know Sa Adhibhuta, the one who is knowing me along with the creation, along with the divinity, and along with yajna, along with action, te viduhu, who knows me, prayana kalecha, even at the time of death, yukta chetasaha, their mind is absorbed in me, mam viduhu. They are all people who know me. There is no question of suppose death is happening at the time of remembering that Bhagavan, remembering that Ishvara, then Bhagavan is giving an assurance that there is no need for worry because they will know me. Like just because death is happening at the time of remembering Bhagavan, so if at all we are not able to attain to that supreme knowledge, it is all fine. If we are able to cultivate the habit of remembering Bhagavan, then that itself is a great thing, because it is equal to knowing that supreme truth, knowing the Brahman. Sa adhibhuta adhidaivam, adhibhutam cha adhidaivam cha, adhibhuta adhidaivam saha, adhibhuta adhidaivena, sa adhibhuta adhidaivam. Just explanation of those verses. Mam ye viduhu, adhiyajnam cha saha, adhiyajnena ye viduhu, the one who knows me with the creation, with the divinity, and with action. What is the action that is being performed? The one who knows with clarity, prayana kale api cha marana kale api mam viduhu yukta chetasaha samahita chitta iti. The one whose mind is completely absorbed in my name, form, and qualities at the time of death, they also get to know me, is Bhagavan's promise. And with this, the chapter concludes of the first chapter of Bhakti Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita. There are 6 chapters. The 6 parts, the middle 6 parts are about Bhakti Yoga, or the yoga or knowledge of devotion. And here Bhagavan is fully talking about himself, meaning that supreme truth, and love and devotion to that supreme truth, and striving to know that supreme truth. And when the moment of departing from the body happens, when the person is remembering Bhagavan, then there is nothing else that they need to worry about at that point of time. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Jnana Vignana Yogo Nama Saptamo Dhyayaha. Thus ends the 7th chapter. Om Tat Sat. Whenever we are completing something, we finish with Om, that is it. Tat Sat, the truth. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su, in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is an Upanishad. An Upanishad is a text that takes us close to the divine, takes us close to the truth, the self. Brahma Vidya, where the knowledge of that Brahman is given. Also a Yoga Shastra, the knowledge of the ability to integrate the mind is Yoga Shastra. Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna, which is called Jnana Vignana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge and the yoga of application of that knowledge. The application of the knowledge comes in the last two verses, where at the time of death also, when this knowledge happens and when we do sadhana and we are able to remember that Ishvara, then there is freedom. There is nothing to worry about. Jnana Vignana Yogo Nama Saptamaha Adhyayaha. This is the 7th chapter. And as the 8th chapter will tell us, even if we don't know anything that is spoken in the Bhagavad Gita, even if we are not able to understand, even if we are not able to contemplate, we don't need to worry about anything at all. The only thing we need to remember is Bhagavan's name, Bhagavan's form, Bhagavan's qualities, Bhagavan's leelas, and Bhagavan's place. Anything that we want to remember about Bhagavan, we should cultivate the habit of thinking about Bhagavan, talking about Bhagavan, remembering the nature and qualities of Bhagavan, or singing the names, chanting the names of Bhagavan, or listening to the chants of the names of Bhagavan. So we will conclude this with a chant from one of the names of Bhagavan. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram Sundara Vigraha Megha Ganga Tulasi Shalagram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram Bhadragirishwara Sitaram Bhagat Jana Priya Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram Janaki Ramana Sitaram Jaya Jaya Raghava Sitaram Janaki Ramana Sitaram Jaya Jaya Raghava Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हर नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम।